Hey guys, what's good? Welcome to my studio. Come on in. So welcome to the entryway of my studio, my in-home studio. Hope you guys like the lighting vibes. And this is really important to me and probably the most meaningful part of the entire space because this is a little wall of memorabilia of my father. For everyone who doesn't know, I unfortunately lost my dad a few years ago to leukemia. It's still really hard, but I took everything that he taught me with me on my journey in music. So I wanted to have my own little achievement wall that I started. And I think it's super dope because it's like my dad's stuff, my stuff, you know? So, okay, everybody asked me about this when they got here. They're like, oh my God, Corvaa, that's so fucking dope. I'm like, I know, right? So we actually got a custom stencil made, and shout out to my mom who had the freaking patience, I love you, because I definitely did not have the patience for that, to hand paint this little thing. And I know it's not that big, but let me tell you, it was a bitch to do. So good job, Mom. But this is my business logo, and we decided to leave this one different. I like how this is shaded in. My standard business logo doesn't have this shaded in. And I'm like, Mom, shouldn't we undo it? And she's like, actually, I think it looks pretty cool. I'm like, you know what? You're right. Let's leave it. It's artsy. So I get asked about this picture a lot because so far on social media, you guys haven't seen the rest of this space, but I have shown just a little bit of this walkway area and the stairs. And some people realize it's Post Malone, but some people don't. And I'm just like, you guys, really? Like, I gotta school you? Who is this? But I thought this was dope, and my business partner, the MJP, agreed as well, because we wanted something that stayed within the whole like black theme of the room, but we wanted something that would look like it's floating off the wall and stand out. And it's super dope because when the lighting is blue like this, it blends in with the picture and it looks like the neon is actually popping out off of the frame. This is another cool part of the studio because I was obsessed in the 90s with Buffy the Vampire Slayer, like most girls at that age. I just thought she was amazing and so strong and such a badass bitch. So I have this down here. My best friend gifted it to me for Christmas, and it's signed by the main members of the cast. I thought that was really, really cool. I mean, come on. Sarah Michelle Gellar, who doesn't know about her during that time era? And also we have B.I.G. and Janet Jackson. I love their music as well, so all of this is really meaningful to me as a person and an artist. So I love this entranceway into the main studio room because I feel like I wanted to have a lot of female empowerment. Mariah Carey was a huge inspiration growing up. I used to sing Hero like anybody else a million times, but I really like this album, like the project as a whole, I thought was dope. You guys see more beading because I'm obsessed with beads since I was little. I love this picture of Beyonce. I wanted something super colorful, you know, like my personality. People say you're so colorful, like always with a different hair color, different nails. Shout out to Jeannette, I love your nails. Follow her on the gram. Hashtag right here, follow her. But yeah, I wanted to have something colorful that would go with my personality. Who doesn't love Beyonce? I mean, she represents so many things to so many men and women. So it was really important to have something of her. And I thought it looked cool with the paint splatters, like it looked vintagey. So that's what I was going for with that. This section is its own little section in tribute to Britney. Of course, I get compared to her a lot, so that's fine because I love her. And it's a funny sidebar, but the beading, I really started this room actually with the beading right here, right? Britney's album, Oops, I Did It Again, she's actually holding beading on either side of her, and I think that's what, in the back of my head, I started to do the beading like that from that album cover. I thought it was dope, which if you look right here, there's actually a picture of it with the beads. So that's what started the whole beading thing, even though I'm really into beads, but I love Britney, so she had to have her own little section. So now we're gonna switch over to this portion of the wall. These two photos are from photo shoots I did years ago. I mean, this is from my debut album. Time just flies. This is from another photo shoot that I did. A lot of people were comparing me to a modern version of Marilyn Monroe, which thank you, I think she's beautiful, so I'm very appreciative for that comment. This is my first original body of work, my debut EP, and that is what we had In Not a Love out of. All the DJs were playing that record. This is super special to me as well. This is back before I was with my business partner, Mark Johnston, AKA the MJP, back when I was with Jason Price. And we used to listen to this a lot together. This is super special to me as well because These cassette tapes is what I was going to use to make my demo when I first started singing at 12. It never happened, but that was the plan. And then this is just more from my original EP, like what it looks like on the inside. I'm really about my lyrical content, so I want to have all the lyrics to all the records in there. And this is actually a picture of me and Jason. That's where I got that CD from, the one over here in New York State of mine. So it's just pretty cool. And then, you know, my logo at the time, but it's a little different now. Oh my God, there's a door. What's in there? I know you guys want to know, right? Bum, ba-dum, bum. All right, so this is our little kitchenette area, as you could see. Since I was a little girl, I always wanted to have a kitchen where the mugs are hung like this. So Mark J and I went through a whole thing, aka the MJP, to hang these. Let me tell you, it was a bitch to do, but we got it. I had to get the little organizer for the coffee pods. Of course, there's a lot of Starbucks. A snack bin for everyone to munch on. I mean, you know, some alcohol, you know, of course. We gotta keep in the artsy mood and vibe over here. But yeah, this definitely comes in handy when we're doing long studio sessions for like 8-10 hours straight. And we're like, oh my God, we're starving or whatever. We can't leave the big room. We just come here, get something to drink, and that's it. So now we're entering the main space of the studio, the big room as I like to call it. So I just wanted it to have its own little situation. You know, I know how they show you usually on MTV Cribs, right? What's in my fridge? I know you guys are dying to see. God, I hope it's not a mess, but we have a lot of stuff in here. A lot of fun adult beverages, as you would call them. Yeah, gotta have creamer obviously and Perrier because, you know, I'm just extra like that, whatever, but it's really good. You know, this machine is actually dope because, and again, I'm talking about a coffee machine, but let me tell you guys should really invest in this. I think it was like $145, I don't even know. But it's dope because you can make regular coffee, and it also has the froth machine, so you can froth your own milk and have cappuccinos or lattes. It's amazing. It's a steal. Like I said, I think it was $145, $150. You need to buy one. It is the most bomb coffee. And let me tell you, since I live in New York and there's all types of snow and crazy fucking weather, right? This beauty comes in hand all the time. All the time, let me just say. So I have other artwork on the walls here. Original records, of course, super dope. I have to talk about this picture. I'm in what, 5th grade here? So I think I'm like 12 years old. My next door neighbor, I was in love with him at the time, and that's actually the reason why I started singing. Do you believe that? He's the reason. You're the reason. I love you. Shout out to Espo, what up? But yeah, oh my God, I was obsessed with him, and then like he was singing and I was singing. We were so cute together growing up, but yeah. Now about obviously the Samsung TV, big deal. No, bigger deal about the freaking ducks, right? Why do I have ducks? I'm obsessed with ducks. I had a pet duck growing up and he died in a very tragic way, and I don't want to get into all that, but yeah, that's why I'm obsessed with these ducks. So my original one is upstairs. I still keep him. He's not making a cameo, so don't get all excited, because people that follow me since the beginning, 2013, they know my obsession for my duck. And let me tell you, I'll be obsessed with my goddamn duck till the day I die, so whatever. But anyway, we call these the flock. These were, at the time, the last in the whole country. I believe there's more of them now, but Mark J actually went out of his way to find me the last of them at the time, and he surprised me with them, and it was so sweet because I was like going through a hard time at that time, and he got them for me. So now we just call them the flock. There's 2 more of them that are with friends of mine. Shout out to DJ Nice because one's in Brooklyn. So this section is really special to me. This is the section for my father, like I mentioned earlier, upstairs. This was his chair. My father got this chair when he was sick, and it fully like reclines. So when he had leukemia, it was hard for him to actually make it up the stairs sometimes to go to sleep in our old house. So he would sit in this chair. My mom got it special for him, and this is actually something that means a lot to me as well. I made this for my father years ago. It was in his office. I thought I lost it, especially after losing him. I was way upset. I never told anyone. I just was like, okay, I'll deal with it internally, whatever. Long story short, my mom found it when we were cleaning out the house, and she saved it, and I literally almost started crying because I was like, oh my God, like I miss my dad so much. So, and these are actually his glasses. I keep them up here for just like his own little section. And this is pretty cool as well, because if you look at this, he sketched this for me. This was supposed to be my dream house when I get married and stuff, so I hold on to that for sure. But I don't let anybody else, and I mean anybody else, sit in his chair except for me. And I feel like I will end up sitting in this chair when I feel like I don't know what to do or I need to make a business decision. I'll literally sit here and look up and be like, Dad, what do you think I should do? Like, send me a sign. It sounds silly maybe, but it actually does work. It's crazy. So yeah, love you, Dad. All right, time to pick things up a notch. Let's do some mood lighting. Oh, that's so much better. So now we're at one of my favorite parts of the studio space in the big room, outside of everything for my papa. I miss him. I love you so much, Dad. Is this wall. This took me a hot minute to make because I had to really think about placement of each artist. So it took a second to put this wall together, but these are all of the CDs I grew up listening to from 12 and up. These poster boards I actually made when I was in high school, and I found them when we moved to this house, and I'm like, oh my God, I have to use these for something. So this wall definitely took a second to make, but it was worth it. I love how it shows so many different artists of so many different genres. That's so my style because I'm still Corvaa the chameleon, and I love all genres of music. So now we're switching to the other wall in the big room, and this is pretty dope because I took pictures from TRL. So anyone that used to watch that show on MTV, right? They used to have a photo booth in the actual space at MTV, and all of the celebrities or artists or actors or whoever that was there that day, they would make them take a picture. So I picked out some of my favorites because I actually purchased their photo booth book, and I picked out some of my faves from that book. I thought it was super cool. I just wanted to have something here just to have like a little life to it. So we have plants, even though they're fake plants, not real, don't tell anyone. And we have a Buddha, and then this is super important to me as well. These are all of what I call my book, aka my journal. I've been writing in these for a long time. I feel like I'm writing my life story. Maybe one day I'll pitch it to HBO or MTV. Life of a singer, hashtag Corvaa. Anyways. Now, if there's one thing in this room that totally represents my freaking colorful, crazy ass, outspoken personality, it's this thing. Execution. Have a plan, make it happen. I mean, that's just totally me. Then we have some more records over here. This guy's pretty dope. It's a Stormtrooper. I actually bought this for Mark J for his birthday, and then we decided to hang it in the stew because we thought it would look really cool. We have more records here. This is really important to me. This is the karaoke machine that my parents bought for me when I was 12, when I really started to show my first initial interest in being a vocalist, and I've kept it. It still works to this day, so it's just like very special to me, and I'll always keep it. And sometimes when I have to practice singing records like through a mic and stuff, I'll do it here, and then half the time we'll also go to a sound stage and do it like way more professional, but a lot of memories on this mic. This is Tony Soprano. If you follow me on social media, you know how much I'm obsessed with motherfucking New Jersey. What up? I feel like I act like I'm from Jersey, even though I'm originally from Greece. Sidebar. But yeah, grew up on Long Island. Then we have some more records, but The Sopranos was like my favorite freaking show ever. Also, fun fact, people used to say or compare me to Adriana from The Sopranos, Dre DiMatteo. I'm talking about every time I would go out, right? People would be like, are you? And I'm like, no, I'm not. They're like, you don't even know what I was gonna say. I was like, actually, I do. They're like, what? I'm like, Adriana? They're like, you're not her? I'm like, no, I'm Corvaa. Oh my God. Oh, look who I found here.
Hi.
Hello there, the MJP.
What's going on?
What are you doing?
Just working on a track.
A likely story. No, but for real, guys, we are in this space for so many hours at a time that I was like, you know what? We need to upgrade to a new desk, new chairs. We even got these little like tables over here, which are pretty dope. So I have a strict policy about nothing on the desk in terms of food or drinks. So these tables are dope, like they tuck right in. Of course they're black, we wanted them to match. And I usually have this phone and my other business phone and a pen because, you know, I have my whole thing with the two phones and I'm always signing contracts or NDAs, so always have to have a pen handy. These holders are pretty dope. We just wanna have access to our headphones. So I have one on my side and the MJP has one on his side, just so they can be like hung up and within reach when we do scratch vocals. These are actually limited edition purple and black ones. I love them. The sound quality's dope. If you're interested, hit me up on the gram. I'll tell you all the deets. But yeah, obviously you have to have the charger, you know. We have the candles going on, which sidebar, everyone freaks out. These are not real candles. These are fake. They feel real, they look real, they are not real. That's the only reason that they're allowed on the speakers, otherwise they would melt and we would have a big problem. But yeah, so this is our USB mic. I love this guy because it gets such a good vocal, especially for scratch. So we only do scratch vocals at the in-home setup. Then we move over, transition to an SSL or a bigger studio for the final vocals with my vocal producer. What up, Hawk? See you soon. But yeah, this USB mic is dope, guys. So for any singer, songwriter, rapper, whatever, producer, this mic gets the job done and it plugs right into your laptop. It's super convenient. So this mic is awesome. You guys should definitely pick one up. It wasn't that expensive. Do you remember how much this was?
It's like $200.
200 maybe? Yeah, Google USB mic, it's dope. These are obviously all the remote controls for all the different lighting. I mean, I can't tell you guys how many times I want to change the coloring. You know, we switch things around. It does all different types of situations here, so yeah.
This right here is the Mackie Big Knob. It's a monitor controller, so you can control the volume of the speakers. It's also an audio interface. You can record vocals with it. It's got a talkback feature on it. It's definitely an essential part of our studio.
So we have some more artwork here on the walls as well. This was really important to us because Mark J is obsessed with Star Wars because he's a nerd, whatever, it's fine. I'm not into it, he likes it, we compromise in the middle. I'm into the meaningful quote that's on it, he likes Star Wars. So it says, stay humble, the universe is watching. And I think that's super important to remember, no matter what, the universe is watching, be a good person, you know? So this concludes the tour, guys. I mean, what are you still doing here? It's time to get out. Go. Get out of my house. You're done. Bye, Gio. What are you still doing here? I told you to get out. The tour's over. Bye. I'm just kidding, bro. You're gonna stay.